Barbara, how's things? How are you getting on?
I'm fine, thank you, Alex. Yourself?
Very good. Can't complain. Nobody would listen to me. But it's lovely to have you on camera for a change rather than on the
Thank you.
phone. Not at all, not at all. And just kind of giving you a quick overview of today's call and what it's all about. And that's about really sharing your story, sharing your past, sharing your achievements, and sharing what you'd recommend to people who are kind of on the fence. So
Sure.
let's dive right into it and strike when the iron is hot. So just kind of going over the first question today, and that is, what were you struggling with, Barbara? What were you struggling with before you reached out to us?
I was struggling with weight loss and a sustainable weight loss. I was struggling with fitness and trying to manage time as well, and just basically pulling everything together and making it work for me. Um, Diet was a problem. I felt I didn't have the knowledge to make positive nutritional changes, and workouts as well. I didn't have a clue where to start.
So like nutrition, exercise, your weight, diet,
Mhm.
and then I suppose having clarity on where to begin, I suppose. So it was kind of a multifaceted thing that you were struggling with from what I can gather.
Yeah, it
And
was.
tell us about the things that you tried in the past. What had you tried in the past that just wasn't getting you, well, the results you wanted?
I tried various things. I tried all the fad diets you could possibly imagine. Keto diet, slim fast, trying to combine it with some exercise, even out running. I did see results, but they were very slow, and they fell by the wayside. And I felt not only did I put the weight back on, I gained an additional pound or two in the process.
Oh, God.
And yeah, I felt I wasn't getting anywhere. Tried cabbage soup diet also, and I felt more often than not, I was just starving all the time. It just wasn't sustainable in any form.
My God. And even the idea of that, of living life hungry. And I'm just curious, what was missing? What was it out of all the things you tried in the past that meant that it wasn't sustainable? You touched on one thing there, which was the fact that you were hungry, which is horrific.
Mm-hmm.
But what else? What else was missing that meant these methods never worked for you?
I felt really the huge thing for me was knowledge and how to achieve the things and what was personal for me. I needed to know what calorie intake I needed. I needed to know what workouts I could perform in order to achieve the sustainable results as well. I just felt really completely lost and in the dark and not knowing where to start, and I felt my efforts were achieving nothing.
And sometimes when you've got this much information, like it's analysis paralysis, if you've got too much information, you don't know where to start. And I use the analogy that you go into a pub in Ireland and you tell everybody you're building a house. You'll have everybody in the pub and their dog telling you the best way to build a house, but not one of them will be a builder, if you know what I mean. So that's one aspect of looking at it. And tell us about why you decided to reach out. Why did you decide to, reach out to us for help?
I had seen, obviously, your page on Facebook. I had seen your personal story, which was something that really called out to me. I knew that you had that personal experience that a lot of other sports nutritionists wouldn't have had. And I felt, I've tried everything else. Why not give this a go and see if it works, which it has.
Oh, I'd love to hear that. I suppose I'm not somebody who's always managed to just walk past the gym and stay in shape. I've really had to work, and I've had my own struggles and my own battles, which I suppose is why I do what I do, because I know how it impacts your life. I can see how it changes so many areas of your life, from your energy to your confidence, to even your feelings of self-worth sometimes. So it is so detailed and in depth on how something that can be labeled as vanity, which I really disagree with, is so much more than that. It's so much more than that. And in terms of results, what have you achieved? This is the fun bit.
What I have achieved, let me see, I've had to write this down, Alex,
A
to
big
make sure
scroll.
So far, my measurements have changed. From a chest area, I've lost 11 centimetres. My waist, I've lost 12 centimetres. Hips, 11 centimetres. My thighs, 7 centimetres.
Oh my God.
My starting weight was about 12 stone 4 pounds, so the 78.7 kilograms.
Mhm.
Currently, I'm 11 stone 7 with my last measurement, so I'm down at 73 kilograms at the moment.
Oh
And
my God.
still keep going. I'm 2/3 of the way through the programme.
Yeah.
I've plateaued twice, which you've helped me with, made those adjustments, seen results. And for the last week, due to work commitments, didn't have access to workouts, haven't had the best diet I could have had, simply circumstantial, straight back on it as soon as I got back. And yeah, feeling even just the energy difference in the past couple of days, being back on a better diet.
I love it. And just for clarity purposes, 2/3 the way through means you're 8 weeks in. So you've achieved all of that in 8 weeks. And there's two real crucial things that you mentioned there, is that you had 2 plateaus along the way, and you had, well, 2 aspects or 2 things happen that in some respects could knock you off the horse, you know, and again, bring back those feelings of disbelief and can make you feel a little bit low sometimes. But it's about having the ability to course correct, to change, to prepare for life's obstacles. Because if we waited for this 3-month period where there was no interruptions, no weddings, no social occasions, no birthdays, no tough days at work, well, that ain't realistic. You know, that realistically is not realistic. So we need to have those interruptions, because if we want this to be truly sustainable, I actually want you to have a couple of blips. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but I want you to have a few days where you're faced with adversity. And that way we can get you to a stage where you're able to cope with that, deal with it. So when it happens again, it's like, hang on a minute, this happened before. I know how to address it. I know I can get back on the horse. I know I can get back on track. And you know it's a short-term slip, which is a really powerful thing. So you've achieved some incredible things.
Thank you.
What advice would you give to people who are kind of like sitting on the fence or saying like, oh, look, here it is, another Facebook ad. This is going to be a scam, or some other pedal pushing nutrition company, or
exactly the thoughts I had. I'd say go for it. You really can achieve it if you have that mindset, and it's much easier than you think. This is probably the easiest method and the most reliable that I have used, without a shadow of a doubt. But definitely go for it. Don't be put off. You feel you want to do it, just, that's all I can say is go for it. Have belief in yourself that you can achieve it.
And it comes down to that a lot as well. It's self-belief. It's not just belief in the person trying to help you. It's whether you believe or not, you can make yourself a little bit vulnerable to speak to someone new that you never spoke to before. And then it's my job to try and make you feel, well, at home and less nervous and less scared. So you're able to...
Absolutely. Support's been amazing. Absolutely amazing.
You're very kind, Barbara. Well, Barbara, it has been such a pleasure speaking with you today. And thank you so much for hopping on the camera, hopping on the phone. We're only getting started, okay? 8 weeks in, so much more to do. And again, keep leveling up. If we can keep tracking this progress, we keep getting more and more motivated. And that smile has never left your face, which I love to see.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
You're welcome, Alex. Thanks very much.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.